got the intoxicated drummer. I really didn't know what to expect when I set off. The more we read, the tougher it looked.
Yeah, I think the main concern was altitude, and that if we went up too fast, we'd pay the price.
Gareth, can you tell me where we're going?
Going to get the bikes out of Bond.
Are you happy?
Always happy.
Oh, let's test that theory.
Coming on our trip this time, we had 3 guys that they've ridden with us before. We had Tony Armstrong coming with us on this trip. We did Africa with Tony and half of Russia. Also coming with us was Chris Stevens. He's done a little bit of travel with us before, so we know all his habits and we felt quite comfortable with that. It's all your fault, Chris. Going the bumpy way. We had Brendan, who's a local bike shop owner, and he's always great fun to have along, and he's a very capable rider as well as being pretty good mechanically. Morning, Brendan.
Oh, hello, Joe. How are you today?
Oh, Brendan, you are a hero.
It's a gift.
Thank you.
No strings attached.
That's not like you.
So it's now 9:20, and hopefully we'll be off in about 10 minutes. But it's really hot, and we've got nearly 400 k's to do today. So yeah, it's all pretty much going on schedule, but today's going to be a bit of a stinker.
I'm sitting here waiting for whoever comes next. We've struck 2 other bikes and 1 truck coming the other way, so if you came round the corner and found any of those things, it could give you a surprise.
It's going well now, so I think we've acclimatised. We're at 3,800 and something.
My fingers are still tingling.
I've been tingling all morning, yeah.
Thank you. Looking at all the damage that the floods have caused in this area. Machu Picchu is closed still. The number of slips around this area, it's just amazing. And the mud brick that they build their houses out of, it's all collapsing. So all around the mountains are the evidence of the Inca and the farming that they've done all up and down the hills. Of course, everywhere we go, more stalls.
It's actually a bit tight, eh?
We need a negotiator.
60.
It's writing on the house wall. Right on your hand, Brendan.
Yeah.
How would you like it if somebody rang you up and said, Chris, give us a break, give us a few bucks off?
Depends who they are.
60.
Yeah.
20 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they were in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, gracias. You're going to eat all that, Gareth?
Yeah, this is my second dish. It beats all the pizzas and the
And how much was it?
spaghetti. Oh, about 7 soles, I think. 7 or 8.
$3.50.
Yeah,
$4.
probably a tourist price, but you know, who cares? It's just so nice.
Oh. And there, over there is an unusual way to make a pig walk. The move from Peru to Bolivia is very much a move from a relatively poor country to a very poor country.
Yeah, La Paz is an amazing city. It's set in a big canyon, or a bowl really. It's a big bowl carved out of the Altiplano, which is a high Andes plain.
When we were in La Paz, we decided we'd go and do the world's most dangerous road. You're dealing with death if you go over the side. You know, you don't get a second chance if you get it wrong. You don't play chicken with the big vehicles.
It's got a hell of a history, this road. 1 person a day on average dies on the road. And the day before we did it in 2002, 7 people died. So we figured we were right for the rest of that week. I think we've overshot the bottom of the world's most dangerous road, and we're a bit further on into the Amazon than we had intended. So we're doing a U-turn and going back.
We left La Paz and went up to Potosi, and we got some dynamite, and we got all the gear needed to have a bit of an explosion. So Chris has got dynamite and it smells.
Cool, blow your brains out.
In the mining equipment shops you can buy dynamite just like you can buy a packet of cigarettes. And all of us being little boys at heart still, we were just thrilled to be able to go into the shop and buy a stick of dynamite and go, yeah.
So off you go with your bag of dynamite and the ammonium nitrate and go up to the silver mine. Amongst the stench of the chemicals, etc., we were able to let this charge go.
Why does this feel like a dumb idea? There you go.
It must be about 20 or 30 metres away. Woo! That gave me a fright. So what did you think of that, Brendan?
Oh, yeah, I'd buy one of those.
Well, you can see the Salar in the distance, and it's white. It's glaring white. The bases of the mountains just vanish into that white. We've been here last night staying at the Salt Hotel. This building is completely made out of salt.
Quite a surprising sight when you get there. There's this huge big domed rock and it's just absolutely covered in cactus.
I've just been water bombed. These are the culprits. No more. No more. That's very cold. We have got the, I think, the intoxicated drummer.
En español.
Oh, gotta go. That's crazy, boys. Squirting me with water. Ciao. We're coming over here to where I'm staying for the night. I'm being chased again. I missed. In San Juan, we arrived there and they were having carnival like the rest of South America was. And they went on and on and on.
God, the buggers would go all night. They'd still be going when we were having breakfast in the morning. I don't know, presumably at the end of the week they're going to a coma for a month.
Knock on the window and see if anyone's at home. Good morning, Gareth.
Good morning, dear.
Happy birthday, dear.
Happy birthday, sweet.
It's not mine, it's yours.
Oh, it is too.
Well, I'm a little bit shaky because Gareth and I just ended up lying on our sides with our bikes lying beside us in what was sort of looked like salt.
So I've just cleaned all the salt off my bike and now it's covered with running mud. Not only that, you can see I've smashed the pannier here, so there's going to have to be a panel beating job done tonight to hold that, because boy is that going to leak when we get to Patagonia. Bit of a mud flop, a twin mud flop. I'm knackered, man.
I'm shaking still.
Oh well, come on. Let's continue on the main road to Chile.
Well, that was worthwhile bringing after all, wasn't it?
Well, it only takes once for that to happen.
Yeah.
See what we've sorted out up there into the hotel.
I'm very nervous.
Well, so you should be. Look at that. Travelling along like this day on the way to Santiago, and you see an interesting character. And you have to stop. So you're walking for peace.
Ah, ya.
So, peace, paz.
Sí. ¿Cómo es? Es el mensaje de paz para todo el mundo.
Oh, around the world.
Sí, primero Sudamérica, América del Sur, 20.000 kilómetros. Hasta aquí llevo 12.780 kilómetros en Sudamérica.
You're amazing.
En 2 años y 5 meses, sí. Mío, Guillermo. And you?
And I'm Joanne.
Ah, ya, listo, ok.
Yeah.
Muito obrigado. ¿Cómo es? Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Good luck. Ciao.
Saludos a Nueva Zelanda.
Oh, come to New Zealand.
Chao.
Ciao.
Ok.
So here we are trying to get this truck out.
Now, Chris, can you tell me, did you drive this poor man off the road, or was he distracted by you
Distraction.
sliding around corners? Because you were right here. Is that right?
Oh, second in line.
Oh, so you caused it, Tony?
You could say that.
Yeah, the pickup truck saga, what had happened there is came round the corner, pretty much on my side of the road, well, sort of on my side of the road, and looked up and saw this pickup truck that was drifting towards the middle of the road. I think he got quite startled because before we knew it, he was up and over the bank.
Tony,
Oh,
he's
shit.
stuck.
They're both stuck.
I think now's
I
about
think we should get out of here.
I think it's a good time for us to leave.
There's two of them stuck now.
Yeah. Great, he's going.
Okay.
Well done. Good.
Good morning. Buenos dias.
Baby, baby, I need your heart.
Well, you'd swear it was Queenstown.
Bueno, muchas gracias, loco. Nosotros somos su presión, como dijo Rodrigo. Estamos muy contentos de participar
Going to
de
dance?
este festival. Gracias
You
a
can
los pibes,
dance
loco,
to
por el
this?
aguante.
Here it is. Go.
A few years ago, we didn't have GPSs, and now having these GPSs is just amazing. You can get onto the really gravelly, gnarly roads and actually know that they come out somewhere that you want to be.
273. So you're right.
Okay, so we're all
Right.
going to the same place.
So we're all synced up. That's all I'm trying to do. Go.
How many bolts are missing, Brendan?
4.
How many bolts usually hold it on?
4.
What have we got here?
Blackberries. One of the joys of summer is picking blackberries on the side of the road.
Gareth, where are we?
We're on the back roads of Westmont. So gravel roads, like the West Coast used to be, but just look how beautiful these beach forests and these rivers are. Welcome back to Chile.
And this massive water, what is it?
Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
So, home's just around the corner, down there, turn left.
So we've come from the Pacific to the Pacific.
We have, and 44 degrees south, which is about Dunedin.
Yeah, but that's fine. Yeah, that's part of it. What's behind the towel?
Comes.
I think I need dogs.
Oh, no. The boys are going off with their little boat. They're going fishing in the lake. And we're going horse riding. Yeah. He loves the water. Well, the boys are coming back fishless. But back on the farm, we have got a barbecue on the go. And in this part of Patagonia, it has rained every day for the last 2 months. And we've been here in brilliant sunshine. And we're hoping it stays that way. So Gareth, where are you?
Sanglefell Lagoon.
Who can swim? Look at the sign on the door. This is what happens to old buses. They turn into burger bars. She closed up when she saw us coming. no power today, so there's no petrol. Hola. Hot tub's warming up. It's just divine. Do you think maybe it doesn't like our choice of road?
It could be saying.
It's all your fault, Chris. Going the bumpy way.
I recall you voted.
Let's go.
Can I wiggle?
Oh.
Oh, the wiggle.
Hang on, that's mine to wiggle.
Oh, sorry. Wiggle your own.
You wiggle your own.
I think you should check everyone's nuts tonight since we've all had the same vibrations.
All the same.
I thought that was your job in this bubble yesterday.
The water was too murky. I don't know why you boys always say things that make my video unusable for family presentations. You're a family man, aren't you, Brendan?
Yes. It's to protect our interests, isn't it?
Loose too.
Say something like that, you can't use it. It's great.
Going to 1100.
So we're back in Argentina now. We're aiming for the south.
Place for sailing.
When the wind gets in your mouth, you can't shut it. You notice that?
My mate. I think we're going to hit a week of this.
We didn't think we were ever going to find this place. Very much seems like the centre of the earth when there's nothing else out there. We got here and there was no gas, but we managed after a couple of drinks to convince the pub owner to let us have the dregs at the bottom of his tank. I wouldn't like to live here in winter. Well, dear, you've made it to the sign.
Yeah. Nice to be here, eh? Beautiful looking place. 12,000 k's to get here.
Did you forget your tripod, Chris? Getting down to the bottom of South America was really one of the main goals we had. We arrived there the same day all the tall sailing ships were having a race around South America, and they were all in harbour, and it was just an amazing sight.
They were celebrating the 200th anniversary of shedding the shackles from the Spaniards. So it was party time when we got there. It's always party time in South America. It's just an excuse you're looking for. And that was a good party.
But there were also protests going on in town while we were there. Brendan, would you go and beat the drums for a little bit?
Will they let me, will they?
I think they will. The police seemed to turn a blind eye to it, and everyone just protested away really happily. It's the nicest protest I've ever been to. We've got sausages on the go, and I've got cups of tea. Now, Ushuaia brought sort of an end to the part of the trip where there was 5 of us. And Gareth's put on some fireworks for you tonight.
He said it's the least he could do after 52 days on the road, that he just put a wee...
He told me he's so pleased to be rid of you guys that he's going to put on a little show tonight.
By the time I'd got to Ushuaia, something had gone click in my head anyway, and it was pretty much, I've done this trip, I've made it to the bottom, and it's time to go home and get back into some business and catch up with the family.
It's been a long time together, and it was a lot of fun, and it's sad to leave your ride buddies, but you know, you got to get home too.
I wish I'd learned more Spanish. It would have been a bit easier. Apart from just being able to order fried eggs and beer, it was good. We got by.
South America was the top of my list, and it still is. It's got landscape, it's got cultures, etc. But I'll go back in a flash.
Yes, spectacular trip. Would I do it all over again? Certainly would. Yeah, recommend it to everybody.
What one guy did to amuse his grandchildren initially with recycled cans. Now it's become quite famous throughout the world because it's one of the biggest recycling efforts that's ever been done. I might do the same thing at home to amuse the grandchildren. So off we go to Azul to this motorbike rally. So motorbike rallies the world over, isn't it, Gareth?
Absolutely.
All the same. We all park our bikes up and wander around, sort of everyone looking cool and cruising around, looking at everyone's bikes. Buenos Aires is a wonderful town. You've got so much history, you've got the art, and you've got the talent.
Where are you from?
Nueva Zelanda.
Oh, Nueva Zelanda, anda para allá. Esperen un momentito, paren un cachito, Nueva Zelanda. Se vino de tan lejos. No se quede con el fracaso, Max. Chani.
Leaving Buenos Aires, went across the river into Uruguay to Colonia. So it's a bit of a retreat actually for the people of Buenos Aires. Go there on the weekends to, for R&R.
The smell of dope permeates the air. And no wonder why Granny's sitting in the gutter taking their photo.
Where are you from?
Nueva Zelanda.
Ay, son de Nueva Zelanda!
The reason we went up to the middle of Uruguay was that there was a New Zealander there, Greg Elwood, who's running a farm, a dairy farm there. So it's really interesting to stay with Greg and see what they were doing on that farm.
Dinner's arrived. Ah, poor little baby. This is Robert. Robert. And Lucas. Ah.
The resort for Uruguayans is called Punta del Este, and it's pretty flash. There's a lot of flash houses there. Donald Trump's got a place there.
It's not yet reached design by committee.
We went through it and thought it was pretty homogeneous, so didn't spend much time there.
So we're crossing over here and back into Argentina. And this is the clown of the group, I think. When you're travelling along, you often come across people that really market their town well. These guys from Florianopolis, they couldn't believe we hadn't been there. And this island is very special.
Haven't you been there yet? You have to go to Florianopolis. 45 or 46 beaches. You may stay a week in Florianopolis and you won't see every beach, all the beaches. It's very, very, very interesting. Go to Florianopolis, please.
Okay, we'll go there.
Well, the Jesuit ruins, the ruins are still intact. The jungle sort of threatens to absorb them all the time, so they have to be protected. Pretty, ugly part of history, really, where the Jesuits were trying to protect the local Indians from the slave traders.
The Iguazu Falls is a must-see if you get to South America. It's huge, it's spectacular. It's a touristy spot, but it's great. We're in Paraguay and things have changed quite a lot since the last country.
Joanne and I are UNICEF ambassadors, so on all these trips we try to do a UNICEF project. This particular trip, it was a project about street kids and indigenous people in Asuncion, which is the capital of Paraguay.
Now Paraguay's got huge wealth disparity, and UNICEF there took us out for a day around some of their projects. So is malaria a problem here?
Malaria here, dengue.
Ah, dengue fever, okay.
This area is very dangerous. She said that when she wants to work with the family, she works in the morning.
But since a month ago or so, there have been a spread of use of crack, and nowadays, even after midday, it becomes risky to her.
Hello. Hola. Hola. My name is Joanne.
Huh?
My name is Joanne. Yeah.
Be careful with the pigs. Yeah. Obviously they have food. More than the humans.
What are you up to? Can you see your face? This is the water for the indigenous community. They wash their clothes here. And it's near the dump. And there's kids in it. The horse is going to have a drink, the kids are having the bath, and the pig's having a cough.
So that was a pretty eye-opener of a day, that pretty dangerous environment, and there it is in the middle of a so-called civilised, society.
Bye. Bye. Look at them happy. So accepting. I'm so lucky that I chose a hotel right beside the panel beater.
Very.
You wouldn't go away without paying, eh? Any comments about your experience this morning?
Totally stressed. Just unbelievable.
We'd been led to believe before we went to South America that the Brazilian borders would be the toughest. The reality was somewhat different. We went back and forth into Brazil 4 times and not once did our documents get checked.
Does it rain in Brazil?
Unbelievable. No weak year saviour on this.
Towards the end of the trip now, and we are keen to get home to see our new grandson. I think these trips that Gareth and I do, the thing that actually sticks out is the people.
I mean, I think the big stereotype we had of Latin America was that they're all, volatile, fiery sort of people. But in fact, the opposite was true. They're the most polite people I think I've ever seen. The people are just unbelievably warm to us.
You learn a lot about yourself, you learn a lot about your relationship, and it made me realise how important the team is. It doesn't feel quite finished. We are only halfway up Brazil. We really need to come back and finish it.